Greetings guys and gals and fellow gamers, this is G4King and thank you for joining me in another episode of Reign of Kings. Now Alpha 8 has come out. I'm not going to go through what's new in Alpha 8. They added a lot of performance issues, so I'm not going to show you all this. If you look in your recipes, I can say that they added drums, the war drums, and they added another type of drum which you need the workbench for. I think it's the tier 1 workbench, so it should be very easy accessible. We might make it just for fun, yeah. We have a couple of leather hides on us, do we? No, we might kill some animals. Now, what I want to do in this episode is I already gathered a lot of resources because Alpha 8 wiped pretty much all the goods. Now, not the buildings. Whatever we build is still there. The problem is ownership. We can't move any of our workbenches around in the moment because the ownership is screwed up. So when you try to, it says, sorry, you don't own this. Now, what I want to do is I want to do a gathering round of wood, some stone and clay. Now the clay I need for something I want to do in the long run, but we need to collect that, and luckily we're on a PvE friendly server, so this will be easier to do than on a PvP server. This looks actually quite smashing over there. But what I want to do is I want to get some oil. We need about 600 oil. Because what I want to do, I want to definitely get my steel crest, among other things. So once we have 600 oil, we can make 60 steel compounds. And then I think one compound is one steel. Is it 10 compounds? Oh, I have to check it. Anyway, I'm gonna get some oil. We might not be able to make the steel crest then if it actually requires me to collect 6,000 oil. But what I want to do is I want to collect some oil, get started on some steel. I already have loads and loads of wood and cobblestone blocks actually in my chests. What happened actually, the big thing that happened was Alpha 8 afterwards was compatibility. Is all the chests were empty, you lost all your items. So that's why I kind of needed to... Oh crap! Oh, don't do that, dude! What the hell? Oh man. Okay. Let's see how you like them apples. Now let's dance, pretty girl, huh? Yeah. There we go. And oh yeah, something Endem showed me in his video, or showed in his video, which is really cool. If you hold down the left mouse when you shoot, and then hold down right, and then release the left, look what happens. Boom! You actually can follow the arrow. That is so cool. So let's get into a safe distance. So we let this person have some of the bear as well. But anyway, that is pretty cool, like, you know, that you can shoot the arrow and follow it. And it's really awesome. So thank you very much, Endem, for sharing that information, especially on how to do it. This is always tricky to hit. Look at this. Yeah, it's really weird. Sometimes you have to look right at it. It's a bit weird. I hope the other person wasn't unfriendly. I think they were friendly. So, yeah, we didn't lose too much health with the bear attack. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to time-lapse my little run now because I want to get more wood. I want to get clay. I want to get more water. And water really, if this is the first time you're watching this, it is really easy to get. Like, so we want to be progressive. But so I have actually something nice planned. I want to build a floating castle, okay? And I want to build it with a wooden base, and then I build some cobblestone around it. Cobblestone for the moment. But what I really like is the tier 4 or tier 5 wood stone mix block. It looks really, really nice. I want to use that actually for my house, which is going to be underneath. So I'm gonna rebuild some of that and make that bigger. So what I want to do is I want to have a house underneath in the center of my ownership block, land claim block, and I want to have a floating castle above it. And I think that would look pretty awesome. We'll see. It might not be a castle. I use the word castle, but it will be just some sort of building which I design pretty much and make it up as I go along. Now, the reason I'm collecting so much water is I want to make stone slabs. For the very highest tier block, you need stone slabs and you need clay. One clay and one stone slab. However, stone slab is made out of water, I think, and iron or something like that, and stone. So I could be wrong with that, but we check it out later. But you definitely need water. So that's why I'm collecting all this water. Now, I'm gonna punish you no longer. I will time-lapse the rest now. I will get oil, I will get clay, I will get wood and some stone. And we'll do a little, you know, like about a 15-minute real-time run. And we cut it down in 2 minutes so that you guys get to see it, the routes I'm taking, but at the same time you don't, you know, get punished with all the collection. Ah, nice. Just finished my coffee, so I'm pumped, I'm excited, I'm full of energy. So let's go and let's get started. Hello, so we're back. The time lapse is over. However, I was continuing off camera like a little bit after the time lapse because I thought, well, I need to at least do an hour gathering of resources to get enough resources so we can do something in this episode and progress a little bit. And then I remembered one of the guys in the comments was asking, hey, why don't you show the castle? And I said, yeah, actually I haven't done this yet. So what I'm gonna do is, at the risk of hopefully not being killed, I will go up into the castle. I think, who's king in the moment? Yeah, Mafke. Yeah. So I hope Mafke wouldn't mind. So in this throne room that you walk up to the sword and then you go up the hill, you have the throne. Now let me just check something. So I just want to check because I don't want to start a war here or anything, like, you know, so if somebody says, well, no, don't, then I'm saying that's fair enough. So okay. So when you claim the throne, you press E in front of it. It says yes. And now it says usurping the ancient throne. Okay, so it says G4K is claiming the ancient throne. Okay, and basically you can rise by pressing E, which basically then interrupts this. Okay, and we wait the time. I don't know how long it will take. Probably 2 minutes or something. So we're just gonna wait it out. Okay, it actually, you can see the bar there in the middle moving rather slowly up, so it will take its time, you know. And now I never claimed the throne, so I don't actually know what happens. All I know is that once you claim the throne, you get access to a sword and the crown. If they give you any badass stat improvements, I don't actually know. I have no idea. So we'll see. The sword is to the left in the hallway there behind the throne, and the crown is behind the throne on the other side of the wall. Well, that's where it was last time I checked. Now I won't increase the taxes, but I will show you the tools, because I haven't seen them myself actually, because I've never claimed a throne, so that would be all new to me as well. So I hope you enjoyed this actually, that view. So it is actually kind of nice looking, isn't it? Oh, look, and we see you can go into first person, and then you can go into camera view. This is kind of nice. Yeah, that is nice. Yeah. So we're nearly there. Usurping the ancient throne. So we're nearly finished. It's just in the last little bit. It's probably about 10 seconds left. And there we go. So, now, I'm king. As king, it is your right to rename the realm. You may cancel it if you wish. And I have a name for it, so hang on. Okay, so just make sure that I spell it right. Come on. Oh, there we go. Don't know what that was. As king, you may set the taxes to 0 to 20% of gathered resources. So I leave it at 0% because you can basically set the taxes here. Okay, so there you go. And now I can sit here, I suppose, until the cows come home. Now I rise from the throne, but I'm king. So if you look at the left here, it says, or the right here says, you are king, G4K. Your tax of other guilds is 0. And I can click on this while I have this open and change the tax, but I won't. Okay. So the tax, if you raise it, what happens is, so we get the crown now, or the sword. Oh, what is that? Crown. Do I have that in my inventory now? Yes, look at that. So there's the crown on my beautiful little face, and then we have a sword. I thought we have the sword here somewhere as well. Oh, there. It keeps flicking between them. I might have to go into first-person view to see it. Yes. So there we go. And we have a sword. So the sword. Wow. Okay. So the crown is actually, it has stats: bashing +4, slashing +4. So it actually is the same as a steel plate helmet. Okay. Me becoming king crashed the server. So that is what happens when G4K takes charge of a server. It crashes. Not very good on the first day. So let's see if we can get back in. Okay, and we seem to be back. Now the server crashed. Let's see if I lost anything. No, I didn't lose anything. So we were looking at, I was saying like that's not a very good first day of being a king. Is the moment you take charge. Oh, it says collect ancient crown. And collect ancient sword. Let's see. Now we should get 2 of each. That is pretty awesome. Awesome. And now we should have 2. No? Okay, it only picked up the 1. Fair enough. It's a unique instance. Now the sword is pretty awesome, because the sword is damage 18. Which actually, it's only 3 more. So being king is not all that amazing from that perspective. But yeah, let's equip it. There you go. This is what a king looks like. This sword, seriously? Is he compensating for something? That is a seriously long sword. Wow. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do. Well, somebody else can claim the throne now. I don't really care. So, like I said, the taxes, they stay at 0. Now, as far as I know, what happens is, as the way the taxes work anyway, just to let you know, if I set the taxes to 10%, what is going to happen is people chop wood and they're resource taxes. So people chop wood and people chop iron or metal or whatever, and I think anybody in my clan is excluded from that. This is such an amazing view. Wow. And anybody that is in my clan is excluded from this tax. So anybody who's... Oh, look, we have birds. Can we... Oh, hello, bird. I cannot hit it. I have to aim higher. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to hit it. Yeah, it just goes through it in the tree. Excellent. So actually, let's see how far we can shoot this arrow now. Wow. From up here. Look at that. Whoa. Whoa. It actually nearly goes to the other side of the bridge. That is far. So if we would have invaders, we could actually aim approximately here. And that should be hitting the bridge. That is amazing. Anyway, so yeah, and the castle is the king's. So, and anybody is excluded from tax. So the way the taxes work then is like, so for 10%, for example, every 10 pieces of wood somebody collects, 1 piece of wood of those 10 will go to me. And the same with iron, the same with anything else that people collect. 10% will go to me. Now, if we want to collect these goods, these collected goods, we go down. How do we get down again? How do I get down again? I completely forgot how to get down. How do I get out again? Oh yeah, here. Is it? Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go out here, and I think that the treasure room is basically towards the bottom of the castle. Okay, so here. There we are, yes. So now we're going back out. Okay, there has to be a proper exit here somewhere. That is the pit. And I think... How do we... I don't remember how to get out now. So this is a pit. I think you have a bear or something. That you can put people in and fight a bear. I heard somebody... Oh, look, there's a bear. Hello. Hey, bear. What is he doing? What is the bear doing? Is he eating someone or... Why is he following me? Stop following me! I want to see you. I can't see you if you keep following me. Oh, hello. So what are you doing? You're just waiting for food down here? Yeah? Is that what you do? Oh, no, 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 no! I'm pretty sure he will eat the king. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's having a great time! So that is what is going on in the castle at night. When the bear believes that the king is asleep and nobody will see. Okay, so if you look at this now, this is the treasury as far as I know. So you can access it, you can open this. There's nothing in there. You can open the sack, and I think this is where your things go in that get collected or something by the tax. Yeah. So that is that. Now this episode will be a bit longer because well, I don't actually know. Like we were losing 15 minutes for the 10 minutes for the time lapse, and yeah. I think we still got time. So what I want to do is I want to finish my resource gathering off camera now. And we're back. So what are we gonna do? We so far have gathered some materials. I've done a lot of off camera. I've made myself king, which may or may not last. I named the kingdom Navisgain, or whatever way you pronounce it. I gathered a lot of resources off camera, and I showed you the throne room. So what I'm gonna do now is, because I wanted to have some progression here, and I'm not able to make steel yet. So what I'm not gonna be able to make yet is well, I will be able to make steel, but I will do a lot of that work off camera. So what I want to do is I want to eventually build that steel crest. I don't want to build an iron crest in the interim. I want to go straight to a steel crest, and that will increase my block reach, okay, of my protection. So if you actually look in the moment, when I'm building a block, okay, so let's say I take some of my wood blocks here, okay, my stone blocks, and I want to place them. You can see that the line here shows my current limit or protection limit. So people can build here, but they can't build here. Now, of course, what I don't want to do is build my castle here, because then people will just go here, build it up all the way and jump in. So that's just stupid. So what I want to do is I want to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks away, because they won't be able to jump 5 blocks wide. Yeah. Now, and I want to do that with all of with all of it. Yeah. In the moment they can just cross in, obviously. Yeah. But so this building here will be the centerpiece, which I'll probably replace in the long run. But I will do something that I'm really gonna enjoy showing you in a minute. So, but to be able to make these guys here, the highest of the highest stone blocks, which I want to use for my outer walls, you need stone slabs and clay. To make stone slabs, you need water and charcoal. And that is why I was collecting the clay. And that's why I also collected a lot of resources, because what I want to build now, I want to build in this episode the well. There you go, which needs flax and stone. Sorry, I have to get my flax and stone as well. There we go, flax and stone. And I can leave, yeah, the raw. material there, and I can leave most of the wood actually in the chest as well. Yeah. Okay. Now let's build ourselves a well, and that should give us enough water. Okay, so I don't have to constantly go for water, because also the guy needs to drink a lot. So let's craft this. This will take 60 seconds. In the meantime, we're gonna take out our iron ingots that we burned, or that we made. There we go. Nice. Now what I can do with those 30 iron ingots is I can build, with the wood and the 30 iron ingots and the stone, I can build a mill, okay, or a granary, and that should give me grain, which I can then use to cook bread. So I'm no longer forced to go hunting for meat. Okay, so I'm basically making myself a little bit more self-efficient, and that's what this is all about. Now, in the moment, luckily I'm on a PvP server. If you're on a PvP server, you might find that you have to do a lot of base building first. Okay, and you probably have to join a guild, and you want to probably join with 4 or 5 people at the same time to make sure that any little wannabe ganker is going to be taken care of. Now, you can see here the resources of that are okay, but the steep part is the iron ingots. So yeah, let's craft this. Excellent. Now the well, we're going to place it. Let's place it, well, I don't like the way it doesn't show me my catchment area for that. So if I go back here, so my catchment area is here, the green part. So I don't have a lot of space actually where... Yeah, let's put it here. Yeah, that looks like a good place. Or actually, that's where I'm gonna put my my mill, or my granary. I keep calling it a mill. Because I just want to... Okay, I'm just gonna build a block here so I can see my outlines, okay? So this is where my outlines are. And this is where my outlines are. It's just so I can get my bearings actually where to place things. Okay. I might want to put another one on top of there. And build one here. Build one here. And build one here. No, that's not it. It's actually here. Okay, so now I know how much room I have available to me to place things. No, there you go. Okay, excellent. So this is literally the border. So what I want to do is I want to build it obviously inside my border close enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build the granary probably here. And then I can build my well over here. So let's build my well here. Excellent. So let's see what happens when I access it. Oh, look at this. So when you access this, use to filter to... Okay, great. So we take... Yeah, let's do that. And leave it alone. So that's how it works. So use charcoal to filter water. That's excellent. Clean water, and then it says Q to, to collect the station. No, we don't want to collect the station. Okay, so let's see if we have a mill built, or a granary. I keep saying mill. Is there a difference between a mill or a granary, or is it just depending which country you're from that you say one or the other? Holy crap, that's a big one. So we definitely want to build it. Actually, let's place it here. But I want the entrance to be over here. This is quite a big building. Can we rotate things? No. It doesn't let you really rotate things easy. So we're gonna have to just turn. So it seems to always place the entrance on the left of what I'm looking at. So, which means I will place it here. There we go. And now I have the entrance kind of here. Cool. Look at that. So what did it say? Dirt used to produce grain. So yay, the dirt we picked up is actually useful. And water used to produce grain. Excellent. So if I get my dirt now from inside, because I was picking up dirt earlier and I was like, oh, I don't really need it. But now, hey, dirty dirt. Very good. Excellent. So let's put 25 water in there, I would say. Oh, sorry, there's 25. And let's put 25 dirt in there. There we go. And it takes 25 minutes to make grain, so I'm assuming it's 1 grain per minute. And then I can use the grain to put it in here, into my smelter, and you can see here on the left hand side, grain can be baked in bread. So one grain is 1 bread. Excellent. So we are now self-sufficient. We have things going for us. Brilliant. Excellent. Now let me show you the last bit I want to show you now is hang on, I just have to check something. Back in a second. Okay, sorry about that. What the plan is for this episode is to show you just what I want to do. Ah crap, I picked up the block instead of there we go. Excellent. Now, I want to go about 5 blocks from the edge. So if I just... So here's our line. Here's our green line. Okay. So I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to go to about here. Okay. And I want to do the same going around. So we're gonna go all the way across first until we hit the red line, the green line. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. And I'm gonna basically build a gigantic square that is floating in the air. And I don't need... I can keep that. There you go. Okay, and this will be the entrance to it. Okay? And my castle will be floating in the air. Because why? Everybody's building a castle. This is lying on the ground. So why do I want to just do the same? That wouldn't be me. I would want to build something that is not the same. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep all this excitement for the next episode, and join me then in the next episode to, well, to properly build. Oh, look, there you go. I'm out of water already. I'm so glad I now have a well, which is going to give me water. All we have to do is keep baking. So it's kind of a catch-22. You need to start off with charcoal to make water. You need to use water to make bread, and bread to grain, and then grain to burn into, to smelt it or whatever, to bake it into bread in the smelter, which then generates charcoal, which you can further use again to make more water. So obviously you need charcoal to start off with in the first place. There's no way around it. Do you have any food on me? Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. This episode was a lot of gathering off camera, but I think it was worth it. Okay, we had a nice little time lapse. We had a bear who didn't know really what he was doing and what he was used for, but he seems to have had a good time anyway. And we saw the castle, throne, kingdom. We did a lot in this episode actually on content, I think. Even though we only built 2 things, but hey, you saw the resources you need for that. I actually played tonight probably about 3.5 hours to produce this approximate 40-minute video. So this is what you can expect from this type of game. It is very interesting. Try to find a PvE friendly server to enjoy the game. I don't think at this time right now the PvP is very enjoyable, because it is pretty much DayZ-like and Rust-like. It is depending really on the community. As soon as you go anywhere near resources, people kill you. End of story. And if you're not the first on the server, well, good luck to you trying to get up and going by yourself. Unless you're going to join a server with 5 people, at least, or 2 or 3, so you can defend yourselves against the griefers. you're gonna have a hard time. So, but leave your comments. Leave in the comments your experience of the game so far. And as always, you know, if you enjoyed this game, enjoyed this episode, strike that like button like the gaming ninjas you are. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check out my other videos. Follow me on Google Plus, please, if you want to support this channel, as it helps me to get my channel verified. Aside from that, as always, this is Games for Kicks. Viel Spaß und happy gaming.